WCBI News at 10 starts now.
Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Quentin Smith. Better and faster internet is on its way to parts of West Alabama. Tombigbee Communications has received just over $29 million in grants and loans from the U.S. Department of Agriculture to develop a self-supporting fiber network and extend the company's high-speed fiber optic service, Freedom Fiber, across 1,100 square miles of Lamar, Fayette, Marion, Franklin, and Winston and Walker counties. Freedom Fiber already serves Hamilton, Winfield, and Brilliant. Sulligent and Vernon will be included in the next phase of expansion. Tombigbee Communications is a subsidiary of Tombigbee Electric Cooperative. Columbus police share some new statistics when it comes to the city's crime rate. One highlight is a steady drop in felony arrests from 2015 to 2019. Our Scott Martin breaks down the numbers for us and shares what police think is the reason for this downturn.
Murder, armed robbery, and assault. These are crimes that have seen a steady decline in the last half-decade.
My officers are out there doing their job. They have integrity. They're doing the right thing at the right time and making things happen, and the statistics shows that.
When Chief Shelton took over as the top cop, he said his plans were to make the department more effective, efficient, and proactive. One way that's happened, Shelton says, is having more eyes on the city.
Our officers are more visible. They're out doing foot patrol, they're doing business checks, so they're coming in contact with the community more. And what's happening is through them informal contacts, information is being shared that we need that can help solve a crime or that can help prevent a crime.
In 2016, Columbus had 10 murders. That number has dropped down to 2 this year. Armed robberies have went down from its highest of 50 to 7 this year. Another perk on the downward trend, police believe, is the city having its own crime lab.
Just the fact that, you're not waiting a year to get your results back, your fingerprint identification back. Instead, you're waiting 2 weeks or 3 weeks. You're able to get that individual off the street and hopefully prevent them from continuing whatever crime it is that they're inclined to commit.
Crime Lab Director Austin Shepard says they're working on a regional database that in the long run could have a bigger impact in solving crimes.
Criminals, people who commit crime, typically aren't locked to one area. They're going to move from city to city, place to place. So in this instance, it's good to be able to search a database of individuals from, say, Starkville or West Point or Aberdeen or Tuscaloosa.
Community involvement has also played a major factor. The old see something, say something we hear Chief Shelton preach, he says has paid off in a big way. The downfall in crime is something both Shelton and Shepard say the entire friendly city should be proud of.
It's the officers, but it's the community. The community is standing up and coming in and getting behind the department and working with us.
Everyone's taking a part. They're interacting with law enforcement. We're leveraging technology. We're trying new ways to solve crime and prevent crime. So it's really an achievement for the entire city, for the entire county.
Now, police did see an increase in auto burglaries, and they would like to remind everyone, especially during this Christmas shopping season, to make sure you lock all of your car doors.
We've had some clouds streaming in the area all through the day today. No rain today, but there is a batch of moisture off to our north and west, Kansas, Oklahoma, and into Missouri. That's going to be moving into our area overnight tonight and into the day tomorrow. I do think overnight tonight we're going to stay mostly dry. Clouds are going to continue to filter in here, but as I mentioned, tomorrow we're going to see increasing chances for some showers and maybe a rumble of thunder, especially through the early afternoon, with highs in the upper 50s to near 60. I'll have a full update on storm chances and timing, including more storm chances next week. We just can't get off this roller coaster ride. I'll have those details in just a few minutes. Quentin?
Christmas officially comes to the city of Columbus tonight. With the flip of a switch, the city came alive and Christmas was in the air. Many came to see the Christmas tree lighting, but the real stars of the show were from the North Pole. We asked experts what they thought about tonight's events and what they wanted for Christmas. Take a listen.
Well, to be with my friends and play.
I want a hamster, a hoverboard, and to be with my family.
Just seeing him pump that thing. Having those glasses that Mama passed out.
The tree will brighten up downtown Columbus every night until Christmas. The sights and sounds of the Christmas season were on full display in Macon tonight as floats and marchers carried this year's theme, All I Want for Christmas, down Jefferson Street. Knoxville County's annual Christmas parade also featured marching bands and special guests, including our very own Ronnie Smith and Jacob Dickey. And the Christmas spirit is also being felt in Vernon, Alabama. Tonight, hundreds made their way out for this year's Christmas parade. Colorful floats filled the streets, and local marching bands filled the air with holiday tunes. Now, before the parade kicked off, there was a tree lighting on the courthouse lawn. Each tree tells a story or brings awareness to a cause that's important to those who decorated them. And of course, everything was capped off with a grand appearance from Old St. Nick. We hear the winner of tonight's parade was That Little Store Somewhere. Well, Christmas came a few weeks early for a few elementary students in Tupelo. The second annual Shop with a Cop allowed kids to roam the aisles of Walmart, filling up their shopping baskets, accompanied by a Tupelo police officer. Our Allie Martin was there for today's shopping spree and has more.
The shopping adventure began with a police escort to the North Gloucester Walmart. 16 students from 4 elementary schools in Tupelo were chosen by counselors, principals, and teachers to take part in Shop with a Cop.
It is a great experience, and also for our students to get to see our, Tupelo police officers in a different role, and just, friends of the community, and just that support that they have for, our school and our district.
After greetings from the mayor, police chief, and Walmart associates, students were paired with an officer.
Oh, now you're ready to go. Oh, yeah.
Trinity and Tristan Legan are twins, and both had their sights set on the toy section.
LOL, a little dog.
It's an LOL
With the bigger house.
So you like Paw Patrol?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So the
Yes, sir.
Paw Patrol Mighty Lookout Tower?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What else do you want? Any idea? Their mother, Bobby Ann, says Shop with a Cop is a huge help this Christmas.
We have been through a lot with their dad. He done had stroke after stroke, and so it's just a blessing that they even got chosen to do this. And it's just, continue as I can say, it's a blessing.
It was also a blessing for those assisting the young shoppers. This is the second year Rayleigh Bell has helped at Shop with a Cop.
I really like doing this because it's just a humbling experience. You see these kids out here who are just so excited to get anything and everything that they could possibly want with this certain amount of money. And like last year we had kids buying stuff for their younger siblings and just for other people in their family. So you see how selfless that these kids are.
All the fun doesn't end with the shopping excursion. The students wrap up their half-day adventure with lunch at the police headquarters. In Tupelo, Allie Martin, WCBI News.
Now, Walmart, along with other sponsors, funded Shop with the Cop. And get this, each child had $300 to spend. That seems like such a fun time, Trevor. And speaking of fun times, who was nominated for our Furcast tonight?
Well, tonight we've got a cute one. This is Luna. Look at her, little pup. She's in the front seat. I think she's bashful for the rain tomorrow. She's not excited for it. We are going to see rain through the morning tomorrow, maybe a rumble of thunder. That might be spooking Luna a little bit. Weekend looking good, though. Before more rain chances return, I'll break all that down for you coming up right after this.
Your WCBI First Alert AccuWeather forecast with meteorologist Trevor Burchett.
We did have some clouds filtering in through the area through the day today as expected, but that did not stop us from having a great sunset. Look at this view sent in to us from Pat over in Steens. Some great colors in the sky behind those bare trees now that fall has come and knocked all the leaves off. So still a pretty nice view there. And this was sent in to us by our very own Samara. She's one of our production assistants here at WCBI. She was out at the refuge. I mean, picture perfect. This could be a painting. The colors reflecting off the lake there in the refuge. Absolutely gorgeous. Remember, if you want to see your photos on TV, you can send them to us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or you can email them to us, weather@WCBI.com. We'd love to share them with everybody. Temperatures around the region right now, a lot of us in the 50s. Some of us, though, are down into the 40s. We're 45 in Columbus, 51 right now in Tupelo. We're 52 over in Coffeyville, 47 down in Winston County. and we're 49 right now in Vernon. Notice some of this cloud cover continuing to build in. That is going to continue overnight tonight. Now, you might have noticed we've got some drier air in the area. Dew points right now in the 30s and even 20s across much of the southeast. Notice all that moisture is down off to our south and west, down in Houston. That's where we normally see our moisture for this time of year. And when you get dew points this low, you can see drier skin, maybe some more static electricity, and definitely something I've been noticing is you might be seeing some chapped lips. So keep your lip balm handy. I know I've had it handy for the last little bit. This dry air, fortunately, is going to make its way out of here, and we won't have to be dealing with everything shocking us over the next few days. Everything's been zapping me. Luckily, no more dry air to talk about now that this rain is starting to filter in. Maybe some showers overnight tonight, lows in the mid-40s. But even if you don't see any showers tonight, you'll definitely see them early tomorrow morning. Maybe some sprinkles or a shower or two to start off the day in the 40s. Better chances for rain, though, by midday, say 10 or 11 a.m. We'll be in the 50s. Can't rule out a rumble of thunder, but this is going to be more of just a heavier rain event through midday. The good news is by Friday evening, all that's going to clear out and will be mostly mostly cloudy, I should say, just in time for any evening activities. So starting out tonight, mostly dry, mostly cloudy, though. Notice some of that shower activity start to build in here by the early morning. This is 6 a.m. There's some of that heavier rain starting to set up in the tri-state area in Memphis, and that starts to make its way through here in the evening hour, through the morning hours, I should say. This is 11 a.m. Notice some of that heavier rain coming through Columbus. So definitely want to keep that umbrella handy through the morning and through the day. The good news is clears out of here pretty quickly, and by the afternoon and evening, we should be dry. We should be dry for most of the weekend as well. Some of us, though, very easily could pick up an inch, maybe a little more of rain in some spots. Weekend looking pretty nice, as I mentioned, highs back closer to 60. Better chances for rain, though, are going to return for Monday. Can't rule out a shower or a storm through the day on Monday. We do start to clear out, though, by the middle of the week, back into the 50s, though, much colder by Wednesday and Thursday.
You know, when I went home for my lunch break, I saw one of my neighbors putting a bag over his driver's side window. I guess he's preparing for that rain tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, not a bad idea.
Getting it ready a day in advance. Thank you, Trevor. A disease we usually think about in the summer is lingering late into the year. We'll have the latest when we come back. Welcome back. Being a parent can sometimes get scary, especially when your child gets sick. But when is it an appropriate time to take your child to the emergency room? We learn more in our Health Talk with Baptist.
Hi, I'm Dr. Pam Sykes, a pediatrician at Baptist Memorial Hospital Golden Triangle. One of the most common questions I get from parents is, when do I need to take my child to the emergency room? We need to remember that ER stands for emergency room, which means it is for life or death emergencies. This would mean health concerns that cannot wait until morning when a patient could see their regular pediatrician. The definition of an emergency can be subdivided by age, and today we will discuss recommendations for infants and children over 2 months old. In a child over 2 months old, the concern of fever does not cause immediate need for hospitalization, but still is an important sign that tells us there is an infection. So in an infant or child this age, they should be taken to the ER if they are having trouble breathing, appear dehydrated, suffer trauma or toxic congestion, have a seizure, or have other significant changes in their level of consciousness. I often remind parents that ER docs are trained for life and death emergencies and are not trained for routine infant child care. A runny nose, cough, cold, congestion, constipation, pink eye. These are all symptoms that are not generally life-threatening and are best managed by your child's regular physician. Join us next time for Health Talk with Baptist.
Mail your topic suggestions to healthtalk@wcbi.com. Health Talk has been brought to you by Baptist Memorial Hospital Golden Triangle.
The State Department of Health is reporting new cases of the West Nile virus in 2 local counties. The 2 new cases were found in Clay and Calhoun County. The state total for 2019 is now at 15 cases. In 2018, Mississippi had 50 reported cases of the virus, but thankfully no deaths. A spokesperson with MSDH says, while the state is out of peak season, the threat of getting the virus is still possible. MSU is back in action for the first time in 10 days. Highlights from the game with Louisiana Tech when we come back.
WCBI Sports with Courtney Robb.
Mississippi State head coach Ben Howland saying earlier this week he likes how physical and how big his team is right now. Even with the size advantage, Louisiana Tech coming into the Humphrey Coliseum and dominating from beyond the arc. Let's get to the action in Starkville. 3-point buckets, the story of the first half between MSU and La Tech. Under 20 seconds in, guard Robert Woodard with a 3-point bucket. MSU takes a 3-0 lead. And that hot start continuing on, under 18 to go. Forward Reggie Perry fighting inside for 2. Makes it 10-2 Mississippi State. Midway through the first, La Tech guard Caleb Ledoux with the 3-point bucket. Cuts the lead 17-16. And under 7, forward Isaiah Crawford from downtown takes the lead for La Tech 27-24. 2 left in the first. Forward Abdul Adu with 3 left on the shot clock. Floats it in, makes it tied at 36 for the Bulldog teams. And 2 seconds to go, guard Daquan Bracey heaving the shot in from downtown. 39-36, La Tech leads at the break. Second half, Carter from way downtown gets it to go. Makes it all tied up at 49. 6 remaining in the game. Guard Amori Archibald with the tray bucket. Caps off a 10-0 run for La Tech. And under a minute to go, guard DJ Stewart from beyond the arc. His shot is good. Cuts La Tech's lead 71-64. Mississippi State's offense might have been good, but La Tech's just a little bit better. They get the win 74-67. La Tech shooting 63% from downtown. But the difference in this game was actually from the free throw line. Mississippi State only 50% at the line. Next up, the Bulldogs play Kansas State in New Jersey on Saturday. Our state championship previews continue with the big boys previewing the 5A and 6A title games, starting with the 3-time defending champion, the West Point Green Wave, looking to make it to 4 straight. It'll come down to the 2 best teams in 5A all year, West Point and Picayune. The Maroon Tide are undefeated, having dominated from the start, boasting the top offense in the state, averaging almost 500 a game. Head coach Chris Chambliss says ball control is going to be the difference in this one.
They do a great job of controlling the line of scrimmage. You know, I think the key to the game is it's going to be nip and tuck. You know, I think the team with the fewest turnovers, teams that take advantage of their opportunities with turnovers or you know, controlling the line of scrimmage up front on both sides of the ball. That's going to be huge in this game. Going to be a key.
Well, for me, it's emotional because it's my last game. But since I've been in high school, like our varsity team has been going to the state championship, so it really ain't nothing new. Since we've been little, we've been talking about going to the state championship. We got to the high school, and now we're here. It's a big accomplishment and a good feeling.
One more chance for Oxford to bring home its first ever state championship. Oxford coming off a win over rival Starkville in the North Half Final, looking to put another losing streak to bed. The Chargers have competed for 3 championships this decade. However, they came up short in 3 straight. So they'll have to go through a talented Oak Grove team that is fresh off a title loss in 2018. Head coach Chris Cutcliffe says the team will have to match the energy of a very hungry Oak Grove squad.
Playing a team that's been in this situation a good bit, you know, a really good program in 6A, one of the best ones, you know, and like I said, have been in this situation a lot, even last year. So, you know, they probably have a little bit more experience in the championship game than we do, but, you know, we've got to try to match their intensity and their energy.
Oxford is known for, like, just going to the state and not being able to finish, so this year our main goal is just finish. It's a big step, especially for Coach Cut. He knew that, and he had faith in us. He always told us that each year he's not going to feel differently from the team. He's just going to always push us to be great and just keep going.
Courtney, this is the big weekend right here. All the summer workouts, those hard-fought games in the regular season.
This is what everyone is working for. It all comes down to this weekend, the one final weekend. I can't believe it's coming to an end. It's down in Hattiesburg again this year, and of course for anybody that cannot make the trip, make sure that you tune into WCBI because we will be carrying all of the coverage, especially of our area teams from Hattiesburg, so you won't want to miss that.
There you go. Thank you so much, Courtney.
Of course.
We'll have a last look at your forecast when we come back. Stay with us.
3, 2, 1.
Our very own Andrea Self opened tonight's show of Disney on Ice presents Celebrate Memories. Mickey Mouse is joined by Minnie Mouse, Donald Duck, and Goofy on a journey to discover his favorite memory of all time. The interactive show features a special mouse pad that brings fans into the action as they encounter favorite characters like Moana and Anna and Elsa from Frozen. The fun-filled show runs through Sunday at the Bancorp South Arena in Tupelo. Our Allie Martin will be live with cast members and some production members and other surprises tomorrow morning on Sunrise.
Guys, fun fact. I went and saw Disney on Ice when I was growing up as a kid.
Really?
I was blessed enough, yes.
Was Buzz spinning like he was there? Because he was really going there.
I believe so. I will say we didn't, at this time, we did not have Moana and Elsa and all of the new princesses. I wish we did because I love all of them, but I was a big Disney fan. It was a great show. So I recommend going to see it if you can.
I was going to say, fun fact, I've never been. I'm going to take my nephew this weekend, though. Really going for myself, but I'm going to say I'm going to take him.
You're just using him as an excuse.
There you go. You got it.
You know what? I might have to get up there. It looks pretty fun.
Come on, it's going to be a bunch of fun.
It's like interactive.
Go together.
I was going to say, we'll all go up there together.
Everybody, let's go.
The WCBI crew.
Yeah.
We made it work. 45 seconds. But good night, everyone. Thanks for watching us.